Strike two.
All right, well, let's move
That was
on.
strike two.
Let's move on to the next You Stupid. Now, there's a lot of context behind this. Before we even get into it, the Young Dolph trial has started. Day one was yesterday, a couple days ago by the time y'all see this. But one of the highlights to what was said was one of the shooters was on the stand and admitted to only end up getting paid $800 for the hit on Young Dolph. Well, to summarize, the offer was for $100,000 from, this is what allegedly, as of right now, even though he said it on stand.
Yeah, I was gonna say
that
he
Big
said it on
Jook,
stand.
which was Yo Gotti's brother, put out a hit for $100,000 for Young Dolph, and these two gentlemen took it up, and he said that he only got $800 when it was all said and done.
Total. And so Big Jook is deceased, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
All right, that happened earlier this year or last year?
I
Yes,
think
he was killed
earlier
outside of a funeral.
Yeah.
A funeral, right?
Yeah.
Big Jerk was?
So
Yeah.
this trial has no further implications then because he's deceased, I'm assuming?
Right, can't prosecute him.
All right. So with that being said, then I mean I feel like it makes the person who said it look very and this is my only opinion on it. It just looks foolish, like you threw your life away for $800 is what you're telling me, right?
Yeah.
You didn't even get the full payment. So
No, so there was supposed to be 3 people involved. One of the shooters was supposed to get $40,000. The other shooter was supposed to get $40,000, and then the third counterpart, I don't know sure of his role, but I think his name was like Govan or something like that.
The driver,
The
maybe?
driver.
I don't know. No, because the shooter, Justin, it was actually the one who drove.
But that's because the other one I think didn't.
Oh, okay. But so they're supposed to be split 3 ways, 40, 40, and 20. And I guess after it happened, they put the call into Jook, and he said, all right, if anything happens, I got attorneys on deck. Here goes, I think, $300 or $500. And he gave him like a letter that told him that or something like that.
Like,
and he ended up only accumulating $800 out of
what
the
kind of
40.
deposit is that? Like that's like what, 2%?
That was what a lot of people were saying
I don't even know
online,
if it's
which was
2%.
basically
God.
like, even in the calmest of things, you get a deposit.
Yeah.
You didn't have nothing beforehand, and you just jumped
Just a
out
word.
there like that.
And that's for
did
any
that.
job, not just murder.
That's my whole
Just any
thing. Like, and it's
profession.
just like to go at that man like that for no reason.
And so even more context, maybe just because I actually watched it. I sat and watched probably like an hour and a half of the testimony. So also he said that pretty much this was just something they got wind of and was like they needed the money. One of the shooters was actually his daughter's birthday.
Yeah.
It was a birthday party
I
or
saw
something.
that.
He was saying he trying to just get the money. They got the call that he was going to be in town. Dolph was going to be in town for a turkey drive all week, and they was just looking for him, and today was the opportunity. Scoped him, he picked him up, and they went and just happened to find him. And it's crazy, I didn't know until the testimony as well that both shooters actually got grazed and shot.
I didn't know that either.
Return fire
I
from
didn't know
Dolph's
that either.
brother.
From Dolph's brother,
I did
yeah.
not know that either.
I didn't know till
didn't know that
yesterday.
till-
They did a great job of patching themselves up or whatever they did. I know one of them said he went to Atlanta, the one that's been testifying.
Oh, did he?
He said right after him and his girl got on, and I think he said they went to Atlanta and they stayed till they didn't have no more money because they had to stay in a hotel.
Yeah, he got one of the shooters got hit in the shoulder. They said it went all the way through.
In the leg.
And then the other shooter got grazed in the thigh.
Damn.
But yeah, you can see on the video his brother just come back
came
out
back out
shooting.
like a
And
boss.
And
He came
That's
right
crazy.
immediately,
Yeah.
and then he went out and got another gun out the car and went back
Bold.
in, and I was like, yeah,
That's how
as
you know your
should.
adrenaline was
Type of
pumping,
violence.
to your point, because when he emptied the handgun clip shooting back through the glass,
Yeah.
he ran out while the other dudes were still running with their chopper and their gun to get into Dolph's gun to find another one to start shooting again. I'm like, oh man.
Personally, I feel these niggas is murderers. I don't trust nothing they saying. I think he got paid more than $800. I don't know. Maybe there's a sympathy play there,
I don't
but
think he did.
Well, that's not
When
gonna
you-
help.
I think he didn't get paid more than $800, and that's why he's telling on everybody.
When
'cause
you
he
were-
mad.
I also read something too that said Young Dolph's people didn't make no posts, nothing, but they went in.
Oh, they
was
slid.
was just sliding.
They slid.
Oh, right after?
Yo, Gotti, watch your head, man.
I would say Angela Simmons.
Watch your head.
I would like for you to make sure you stay out of harm's way regardless
For
of whatever.
sure.
Dang, that's a good
Because
point.
She already lost.
For sure.
She's already been a victim to
Yeah,
gun
yeah,
violence.
her baby dad.
So yeah,
And
prayers
that's-
for her
Dang, that's a
safety.
good point.
And I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, that's what they were saying on that point, that when Big Jook got killed, he was in like a black truck leaving the repast.
Yeah, I remember that.
And they said his mom had just been in that truck.
In that car.
Their mom had just been, because at first they were saying his mom was in the car too, and they like sprayed up the truck. but they said she had just gotten out and like walked to
And they were
another
pulling
car
off.
or something.
Innocent bystanders get hurt,
And so it's like
prayers
same energy.
to
Like
the women in
I've
this situation.
always thought about that with Angela Simmons. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've always thought about that with all these things going on with all of them. I've always just been like, girl, what are you doing?
Do you think the
Yeah.
city gonna be
Because
hot
she ain't like that.
while this trial's going on? Now
we
the
watched her
trial's
grow
underway?
up. She's
I
not.
think it's been hot since it. Cause you got think about it, and I don't know if y'all know what happened, but Young Dolph when he dropped 100 shots, like they lit his car up with
yeah,
100.
sure.
But
That was out here.
That was
wasn't
out here, right?
I was out
That
here.
was in Hollywood.
And he got
That was
shot
in
at the sneaker store in
I was
Hollywood.
gonna say,
Oh,
he
yeah,
got
that one,
shot.
yeah.
So-
that was at the Lowe's. He
Yeah.
got shot out
These
here.
dudes been at war.
But I don't think
Do we
the
know
100
what
shot
this
shit
is
was
over
here.
with? Over?
It always was rumored to be over female as most
Oh, yeah.
situations in
I thought it was-
world
I thought it was
history.
I thought it was
Label
label
shit.
based.
Yeah,
He
it
wanted
was
to
some
sign
label
Dolph,
shit.
and Dolph was like,
Yeah,
I'm
he
staying
didn't wanna get
independent.
signed.
It better not be. It
I always
better be
heard it
over
was
telling you.
over.
But that's why if you
Yeah.
notice the black youngster, they don't
quiet.
really fuck with him. Like they don't really.
I think it was over the girl because Dolph
I
did say on
always
numerous
was told it
songs.
was
He
over
talked about
a-
Yo Gotti's baby mama and like he's like you
over something
mad
with a
blah,
female.
blah, blah.
As history would tell, that seems to be the root of a lot of
Yeah.
gun
Oh, yeah.
violence.
I always thought it was the label. I definitely thought.
And then
it was
who's
over
biggest in the
label.
city? You know, that's the big
For
thing.
sure.
And in
too.
the
Like,
label situation, that could always just be a table sit down conversation, like a label situation. Like, how does that lead to gun violence? I don't want to sign with you, so we in a gun war.
I mean, it could be.
I don't wanna
Some,
sign
and then
some
you go
people
be
could
king of,
move
the
like
king
that.
of Memphis shit. You gotta think you don't want to sign with
Yeah.
you, and then you blow up and you shitting on.
Territory, bro.
Either way it
I
goes,
mean, I
it's
saw Get
definitely
Rich or Die
it was
Trying,
definitely a
but
lot
yeah.
of his ego driven, and that's how niggas end up dead or in jail is based off of ego and pride.
Is,
Just unfortunately.
Who's on CMG right now? Is
Glorilla.
Glow
Glorilla.
on there too, huh?
Glow.
Is Moneybag?
Let's look up CMG's roster, please.
What's that short dude? 42 Doug. He on there, right?
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about the people from Memphis.
Oh,
though.
from Memphis.
I think Glow is CMG.
Black Boy, is he still
Oh, yeah.
technically
See,
signed?
that's why I'm like, all that is crazy to me. Like you
Miles
having to be
is
in the middle of
CMG.
all of this, like
Right.
Moneybag, damn. Moneybag
being
hard.
from there
Yeah.
and then being associated with it is crazy.
Yeah, this is ghetto for such a what you would assume to be a premier label with such an esteemed roster.
I mean, but a lot of the I hate to say it, but when have we seen?
Hip hop labels stay clear of gun violence.
They don't care. They benefit off of
violence.
it. They benefit. I think it's just crazy. We got the Young Thug trial going on right now. We got this trial that's actually active. It's really intriguing to watch. I think we're in a different day and age now where being able to consume that media content right live is very dope, even for just conversational purposes, but just to actually see the insides of how it operates, hear them actually coming directly from out of their mouth
Like
as
the
they
court?
testify.
Yeah.
You know, so I think it's really cool to at least be able to see that. But I'm gonna be in tune. I'm gonna be watching it.
Yeah.
I do like stuff like that.
I feel like it's over. He going to jail.
Both
It's a
of them.
wrap.
Oh, it's over with.
Yeah,
It's over
Ain't
with.
no question. They're admitting to murder.
They're
I don't care if
admitting
the
it.
hit. Don't care
There
if
was-
there's a hit. Did it not?
If you're in that
admitted it.
There was
situation
no
and you're
deal.
on
Or they'd probably give
camera,
him a deal.
are you going to admit to it?
If you're what?
They
If
do
you're not on
best,
camera?
In that situation, would you admit to it?
Well, they
To get
found the
less
car.
time,
Oh,
right?
that's what he said. He said when they told him that they found the car, him and his girl went to Atlanta. So that was later.
I mean,
think
at
I
some-
wouldn't speak.
I think about that too. Like, you wouldn't speak, but like, if you feel like it can help you by speaking once they know everything, do you speak?
Because
we
that's
gonna
what
be
it
48
is.
instead of
Now are
50
you a,
years.
now are you a
Dead ass.
snitch?
You think
But I'm
that's
saying,
not a thing? They
48 versus 50?
Bro, they
know
will
if-
literally give you a hell of a cut sentence if you turn on everybody else.
What's up, guys, man? Join the millions of fans that played on Underdog last year. With their Pick'em game, you can win money by making sports picks. It's time to turn those picks into cash by going higher or lower on player stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, and much more. You can win up to 1,000 times your money. Sign up now and deposit using promo code FMW to get $1,000 in bonus cash and a free pick. Don't worry about nothing.
One take.
Yeah, come on.
You
That's
might
a
get a chance to
whole
get out. These
premise.
niggas in their
Yeah.
20s, they might get instead of getting life, yeah, you might have the possibility of parole.
You
So
right.
like, I look at it like, so
Yeah.
is it snitching? They know everything. Let me ask you
I
this.
feel like
They know everything already. You're on camera. They got your DNA in the car, X, Y, and Z. You going to jail for it even if you plead not guilty. Do you just now snitch and tell everything? Are you now labeled a snitch because you're telling everything, or they already know? Or how does the streets look at that? Is he a snitch?
No, the
You gotta
streets
ask
is
somebody.
no,
I can't
that's
speak on that.
That's out. I'm gonna speak on it. That's still snitching.
It's still snitching,
That's still
even though they
snitching.
got everything and
But
know.
it's whether or not you're ready to wear that jacket. That's the question. either way it goes, once you open your mouth, I don't give a fuck if they got me looking in the camera doing like this and saying my full government name.
Yeah, because they didn't know about the big juke thing.
Right.
They didn't know about that. You're right.
Once you open your mouth, it's snitching. But if you're a person that carries yourself by that street code,
you're supposed to just take whatever come and be quiet.
Are you ready to wear that jacket? Because it's gonna get put on you. Yeah. It's gonna get put on you. It's all telling. So that's really where it boils down to. Are you ready to get out that life? Because you're going to have to go with Sec after.
Yes, technically you telling if you take the stand and you're going along with what they saying. So, yeah.
Because that's like, even with switching over to like the YSL case, on the flip side of that, you have a witness that literally was the star witness of this whole thing. Like, he was the nail in the coffin for the whole YSL trial. And then he gets up there and he says, do I get immunity if I tell? And they say, yeah, you get immunity. Nothing that has ever been done can ever be put on you. And he says, all right, bet. And he goes and he sits up there and he says, everything I told y'all was a lie. I did everything. I did this. I did that. I was telling them police anything that they wanted to hear. I was making names up. Have you ever wondered why you can't find some of these people? Because I was making names up. They're like, but didn't you say this when you told in the interrogation room? He was like, yeah, I made that up. I made that up. I shouldn't have said this. I shouldn't have said that. So it's like, it goes up and down.
That nigga better not sneeze or they going to take him back to jail.
No, he can't. He has immunity.
The next crime. I'm talking about he does anything else.
Oh, yeah,
nigga, you're going back.
For sure.
I know who you are, nigga. You're going back.
For sure.
You better not sneeze the wrong way, nigga.
But shit, he's out here doing 20v1s, pop the balloons,
interviews.
He's doing Instagram.
In the words of J.
live.
Cole, any nigga that's loud just want attention and eventually, blah, it's over with. He should stay low.
That nigga's crazy.
He should stay low.
Drawing too much attention.
He's
he think
crazy.
it's cool. He don't think he's snitching. He
But
think
all
he
of
doing
them,
the right thing.
same energy. Every single one of them that signed that deal that said, if we subpoena you to come back and be a witness, you have to come be a witness. Like, we watching them do the fool up there.
Yeah, clown.
They're doing the fool up there. They saying anything.
He said, yeah, I shot up the barbershop.
Yeah, he was like, he looked at the, he literally looked at the judge.
We went and shot that up.
He literally looked at the judge and said, I can't go to jail for anything I say, right? And she was like, that's right, you have immunity. He said, man, I'm the one shot it up.
Bro, the system is so crooked. What do you mean you have immunity? What is that? How does that? That's crazy.
They have a bigger crime they want, so they don't care what you
But
do.
that's why this shit's bullshit. If the nigga did something, he needs to go to jail for it, bro. Like,
What the fuck?
Oh! I was just getting ready to say, I know you didn't.
I know Farnsworth Billy not sitting up here
like
talking
I
about
said,
some goddamn...
if the nigga did something, he need to go to jail for it.
That's the if I was yelling at you last week.
This is what I've been saying the whole time. We can get back into the shit if y'all want to. I'm gonna stand on the same hill.
Y'all ready for a
You gonna
Diddy
sink in
comment?
that quicksand.
All right,
You gonna
then.
sink in that quicksand.
Oh, you pulled up the video of him doing something, him assaulting a woman?
That's a big if.
Okay.
Okay,
And
so
what happened with this?
Okay, wait. Before we do this, because we said,
Because it was a what?
Wait,
What kind of case?
Scotty, wait. Before we do this, because we said
I don't want to do this.
we already said before we started we don't want to keep diving into the Diddy
That
stories
was
and all the
y'all.
Diddy allegations.
Let's not do it then.
Just because not only is it touchy.